He was the first man to defeat Muhammad Ali, the most influential boxer of the 1970s. Coquettish and elegant dodge, plus his deadly left-hand punch, made him the deadliest boxer of his generation. And over the course of 5 years, won 2 gold belts for WBC and WBA, successfully unified the heavyweights. Because of its attack like a grumpy steam engine, people give the nickname Smoky Bridge. This is Joe Fritz. However, such a ruthless person, after meeting the rising devil Foreman in 1973, completely cool. In 2 rounds, knocked down by Foreman 6 times in a row. The army was defeated, not very harmful, highly insulting. Frazier didn't want to retire with disgrace, hoping for revenge through the Second War. After a lapse of 3 years, the duel between the two started again. In order to defeat Foreman, Frazier increased his weight from 194 pounds to 224 pounds, gained a total of 30 pounds, and adjustments have been made in the execution of tactics. Frazier, because of choice, and Volman fight in close range. Magic Fist made himself suffer a big loss. Lost in just 2 rounds. He knew to fight the humanoid tank Volman. It's almost impossible to beat him in mid-range and close range. Because Foreman has a heavyweight punch, the most powerful force in your hands. Fight with the best. After the game starts, Frazier kept walking around the ring, dodging Foreman's punch. Hit when you get a chance. Run away without a chance. Minimize head-on confrontations. Despite being blocked by Foreman to the edge of the siege, it can also be resolved by means of ultra-high dodge technology.
Good left by Foreman. You saw it. Good left. End of round 1. Frazier. This is not Frazier pursuing Ali. It's a different kind of fight. There are horses for courses, there are styles for fighters.
Second round. Volman continues to hold Frazier to the rope. Throw the erect hook-white combination and want to hold the opponent hard. As a result, it was shaken by Frazier to avoid the latter plan. Foreman with the front fist is dangerously out of balance. Frey takes advantage of speed, played good results. Multi-level punch hits Foreman. But Foreman is like a coal man. Still pressing. Foreman is 1.92 meters tall. Arm span 2 meters 06. Although he is facing many opponents, height necessarily has a natural advantage. But whether it's melee or long-distance control, I'm not afraid of any opponent. His terrifying must be paired with a casserole-sized fist. It's no different from a pop hammer. Looks slow. In fact, there is one rhythm from start to finish. You hit your, I hit mine. The opponent's fists were basically photographed by him with his face. Receive a strong sense of oppression. It doesn't give the opponent time to breathe at all. If there is really one in all martial arts practice in the world, only practice for 1 year and 10 months. Won the Olympic championship. You see who else in history can do it. Round 3 of the match. 2 people, knee, 1 punch. I punch. It was a crazy fight in the middle and close range. This is also Foreman's favorite way of fighting, but Frazier's punch was too small. The damage to Foreman was minimal. His fist hit like a steel plate. Can't shake Foreman's huge body at all. And Frazier's body can't digest Foreman's fist. Every punch was overwhelming. He didn't have any good strategies. We can only continue to rely on the victory, sitting and rocking to avoid Volman's attack. If you can drag it for a second, it's a second.
Round 3. Foreman back. Left. There's the right. Right by George. George has hurt Joe Frazier in this round. Joe fighting back. Foreman. This is not the fellow who was outsmarted by Ali. Or whatever happened to him in Zaire.
The game is basically out of suspense. Frazier is gone. Facing Volman's raining fists. Frazier except in that constant shake. There is no way to retreat from the enemy. Under Volman's continuous onslaught for a minute, overwhelmed Frazier. Finally fell to the ground. Way not up to this point.
This is not the fellow who was outsmarted by Ali. Or whatever happened to him in Zaire. Wait. Foreman got in, good coming, and again, you saw it there. Frazier's hurt. Frazier's hurt again. One right, hurt Frazier. Frazier's down.
Frey, who was knocked down, quickly got up. But look at his swaying body.
lead.
I knew there was nothing I could do.
Whatever happened to
After the referee's single seedling, Frazier is still making his final struggles. Foreman aimed at Frazier's head, shot 17 punches. Finally, an uppercut with an instrument completely ended Frazier. Finally, Foreman knocked Frazier down twice in the 5th round, won the victory of the Second War, and Frazier's dream of revenge was shattered. Foreman became his entire career the mountain that cannot be crossed. After this battle, frustrated, Frazier chose to retire.